The Separated Parents Information Programme, or SPIPS as we call it, is a programme involving 2 two-hour sessions. They're normally a week apart. The people who attend these sessions had been ordered to attend these sessions by the court, and they go along really because they've been told to. The trainer or trainers at these sessions do take that into account. So what they encourage people to do is to forget that they've been told to be there, and they make them focus on their children, and in particular to attempt to separate their love for their children, their caring for their children, from the conflict between them. The prime aim of a SPIP programme is to try and make people focus on the interests of their children and separate their children from the conflict which may well still exist and may exist for some time to come.
What the parenting programme aims to achieve is people who think carefully and creatively about their children's future, and we help them realise that what their children remember of their childhood is being laid down right now. So thinking 5 years and 10 years ahead, putting things in a different context, realising that the conflict the children see will damage them. That is what parents start to realise, and they are the only people in the world who can do that job, and they need to do it in a supportive way, not in a way that is going to cause distress for everybody.
The programme is absolutely fabulous, and that is reinforced by participants. I've certainly never delivered it and had negative feedback, even though people are often reluctant to come, and they do sit there at the outset and sort of, no court's going to tell me what to do. But when they realise that it's not about saying that they're bad parents, when they realise that it's about saying, you know, take some time out, think about these things, they really do engage with it, and nobody has yet left saying that they haven't got one thing that they're going to take away and do differently.
Sometimes they feel, okay, well, I'm not sure what it's going to do for me in the end in terms of the court. We can't tell them what the court's going to think. But they also feel at the same time they have got something from it in many cases. Often it's just because they've talked to other parents in exactly the same situation. And therefore they get some support from the group effect, if you like. The simple fact that other people are talking honestly and openly about the same kinds of issues, but maybe with a different take on it.
Very often people go from the parenting programme into mediation because the parenting programme often just starts to open up the channels of communication, and then of course they can move on to mediation, where we can deal with all the details about all the different issues that parents have to deal with. But if the most basic one is you can't even communicate or speak to each other, you're not going to be able to do all the complex things that parents have to, and that's what we help them to do in mediation.
An important component of the SPIP programme is that we as trainers tell people about mediation. Very frequently they've never heard of it before. So what we do is tell them how mediation works, what its benefits are, and invite them to apply to mediation so that they understand that there is something that they can do outside of the SPIP programme itself and outside of court to give them a chance of a better form of getting to some kind of agreement between them about parenting.